Welcome to the lecture series of Introduction to IoT. First, here what today I am going to describe, I am mentioning here that is what is IoT, then the architecture of IoT, its bit advantage, disadvantage and its application. So let's start. What is IoT? Here first I need to mention myself. I am Pampa Nandi, the assistant professor from KIIT Polytechnic, Bhubaneswar, and this is the course related with 6 semester student electronics and telecommunication engineering paper. So first, I describe that what is IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. So that is, you can see the term is coming, like this term is coined in I think the 99 last decade, last century, 99, year 99. So that IoT term coined. So what is that the thing IoT, Internet of Things? Things means any service or any goods what you want to connect through the internet. So the broad definition of IoT here, what we can say is a system. IoT is a system where computing devices, that is, here I am going to describe it later. First, I am complete this definition, that is computing devices like sensors, actuators, embedded system, microcontroller, all are connected or interconnected through some physical networks or internet, and they are intelligently you get the services without any human intervention. So this is the first target, that we can do anything automatically, that is without human intervention. Now, as I mentioned that the components, as I said, that is here I have mentioned the component such as what, like sensor or devices. So what is the meaning of sensor? I am going in detail in the subsequent units, but still till today now I am just giving the example, is the device which can sense something and represented it in electrical energy form. So what are the sensors? Like our digital thermometer or this type of devices or some sound system, mic, whatever, those are the sensors. So they are taking the temperature, that is it is or humidity sensor. These are the sensor. They can sense it in different form and producing equivalent electrical energy. So those are the sensor devices. Then after getting this one, that the information from the sensor, now what we are doing, we are sending, this is for the processing or doing some work. So now we need to send to the microcontroller or microprocessor. Here microcontroller or microprocessor, those are the processing devices, or microprocessor, or rather we can say some computer also, that is the CPUs, we are sending the signal. Now, then after then processing this one, as we want to connect remotely some devices, then what? Then we are connecting the computer data or the process data through through some physical network. What the physical network? That is maybe your very, I mean that nowadays we are using all the Bluetooth devices. Here also you can see I am talking, here I am using, this one is the, my mic is the Bluetooth device, whether I am not touching anything. So these are the I mean that connecting device, networking device, or you can connect through Wi-Fi network through your modem like this. So those are the connectivity or network. And then data processing or through cloud platform. So after gathering so much of data, we need to process the data. What are the processing means? We can process the data in locally, or we can process the data in some, I mean, that's a server which are is in cloud. Cloud means that the big server where it is not in the locally available in some other places. Every component we will go in detail in the next units. Okay, then the architecture of IoT. So that you can see that the IoT's architecture is dividing like this way: sensing layer, network layer, data processing layer, application layer. What is sensing layer? As I said, that IoT is composed of some network, that is sensors and actuators. What is the meaning of sensor? The device which can sense something like temperature or anything. So this is the sensor. And according this, some other portion also, some those are that is the actuator who are doing the job after getting the information. So those are the sensing layer. This is the lowest layer of the IoT system. Then network layer. Then after you have gathered so much data from so many sensors, then you need to send the data to some processor. So some the processor, that is, just a minute. Okay, so the processor, that is the processor should be connected some network layer. So the network layer may be some LAN connection, Bluetooth connection, Zigbee connection. Those are the connection. Then after the network layer, you are sending the data. Then the next layer is data processing. So that the data processing, after gathering so much of data, you need to do some work. That is, you need to do the sending the data to the that is the some server. Maybe it is connected to cloud or maybe your local server. Then whatever the server, your process, whatever you have done, the decision is sending to the application layer. Application layer means what? Which sector you want to apply. Maybe you want to apply in the agriculture, maybe defense, maybe healthcare, like this. So then going the very next position, that is the advantages. What are the advantages of IoT? Just I mentioned, this is cost reduction, efficiency and productivity, business opportunity, customer experience, mobility and agility. So cost reduction is what? That is, IoT devices are the electronic devices or sensor, so they are catching any data, so you no need to getting the information, you no need to go to the physically to that portion, the sensor directly doing this work for you. So in that way, so you can reduce the cost. Then efficiency and productivity, since it is an automated process, so no human interventions are there, so then its efficiency is more as well as productivity is also more. Then business opportunity, nowadays everything, every time you can see, that is that the e-commerce system they have generated, so that is the business opportunity. Through the IoT you can do these business things. Customer experience, whatever you want, you can send the direct feedback, so direct customer contact to the business contact is made directly, no need of any intervention collecting and this one by physically. So direct the customer sending their feedback, and accordingly the customer getting the services. Nowadays very many chatbots are there, you know. Mobility and agility, that is, it is very fast, so it is very much helpful, that you will get the very fast communication. So these things are there. Now the next thing is the um, disadvantage. So I am talking about all the advantages of IoT. As the you're doing that, the disadvantage, first disadvantage is the security problem. As IoT is open communication, so it is having that there is a you should be, your data should be encrypted so seriously, otherwise the security breach, because money transaction, different informations are running openly, so you need to be, I mean that the very tight secure communication. Then compatibility, as there is till now there is no standard communication for IoT. Any system, any country using their own system. So that's why that the compatibility issue is there. That is, one device or one communication network communication is not fitting to other communication network. Complexity, yes, as this is the automated process, lots of complexity is there. You need more that is technical knowledges in this matter. Safety, yes, safety is what, just a small example, that is you are relying on the that the machines and all. Suppose in case of any patient who is under the control of the sensor, maybe one sensor is not functioning properly, so that the unattended patient may cause some fatal error. Now the policy, that is, as I said, still that there is government has not made any standardized policies, so that is the problem of agreement for business and other purposes also. And the last thing I want to complete with this one, that is the application. As I said, see, wherever nowadays where you are using smart home, smart agriculture, industrial IT, IoT, healthcare, smart cities, those are the very, very few example of the IoT application. Smart homes is what? That is, if you are not staying in the home also, you can take. Nowadays we are what we are doing, that we are keeping our home in surveillance in CCTV camera. At is your in your office, you can also check what's going on. So this is the one kind of smart home process. Then smart agriculture, then we can measure the soil moisture, then the humidity, then the other fertilizer condition, everything using the sensor, and using that sensor network, and accordingly we can take the step of this one. So in nowadays, very much helpful, IoT is very much helpful in the agriculture. Then industrial IoT, previously industry was the smart, now industry 4.4 also there, 4.0. So for this also, industrial IoT, total industry, suppose if you are having a factory in one state and another factory in another state, so we can communicate through the same control system. We can communicate to different factory from different sites. So that is also possible through the industrial IoT. Then healthcare, as we are saying, from the morning you can say that we are using some wearable things, so that is the smartwatch or something. So they are collecting your BP, they are your steps, or in the hospital also, everything when it is your ECG, when is everything is collected data by the sensor. So that sensor, whatever the data produced, a doctor can do it from remotely, they can check the data also. Then smart cities, that is the main smart cities, that is the primary requirement to manage the traffic, manage the drainage, everything. So one varies, that is within this, I'm concluding this lecture with this one, that is a simple example of IoT, that is a smart fan. So or some suppose our AC, that is, it is automatically, if you are fixing, that is the outside temperature is more, that is automatically it is changing after sensing the temperature from outside, it is adjusting maybe your standard temperature 25 degree and all. So in that way, and you can do it, no need to go and changing this one, you can do it from your mobile phone also. So this is enough for today. We will come with another lecture next day. Thank you.